Yes, we are back. Back again in Omsi 2, back again to do another route, this time back again on the Berlin X10, where it looks like we're taking the first bus of the day out of the garage onto a trip. I'm on the early morning shift, driving for the bus company, where I'm pretty sure that destination on the front is wrong. This is going to go well, isn't it? Grab that guidebook to me failing once again in Omsi 2, and let's go. So hi there, Steve here, and yes, welcome back to Omsi 2. If you're new to my content, or even if you're not, then hello indeed. This is going out on Omsi Monday, where things have been going out for years. One day I'll end. One day. Other content from me is something from Train Sim Classic on a Wednesday. On a Friday, maybe another video. One of the other streams that I do goes out on a Friday. On a Saturday is some Train Sim World 2, soon to become Train Sim World 3. And when I've got something new to look at, that goes out on random Sunday. There'll be links in the description below to where you can get this route for Train Sim World. No, for Omsi 2, to where you can watch me live on the Twitchy thing, where occasionally now we're doing some journeys in the bus company. There'll also be a link down there to my Discord server as well. So yes, first bus of the day out of the garage. I'm pretty sure that this is set up wrong. So we'll soon see if at some point we get some passengers get on when we eventually make our way over here to the exit, which is down here somewhere. I don't think we're going to get any passengers personally, but we'll see. Our first stop is supposed to be here. Okay, well, we got a green. I'm guessing we just follow the route then. So, actually, this might not be a passenger run. I think this is... okay. Yeah. I've just worked out what I'm doing. This is the... I think this is... it's a car. Taking the first bus to the first stop, isn't it? So, despite the fact that I want to try and make some money for the bus company... this route isn't in any... this isn't gonna... it's not, is it? I'm not gonna make any money for the company, am I? Have I failed again? I think I might have failed again. I think this could be a failure again. Not that I have ticketing turned on, but you know, it would have been nice to have some, you know, the passenger things, because otherwise I'm gonna... well, I've got 8 minutes now to get to the place with the place. We'll see what happens. We'll have a nice drive in the early morning hours of the Berlins. We'll just see if we can stick to time then and talk about something. I don't know what. Omsi? Yeah, those of you that are regulars will realise that I'm not streaming the bus company as often as I used to. It did go weekly, but then to be quite honest, sort of ran out of maps to do. Not that there's a shortage of maps for Omsi, it's because there aren't many of us in the bus company, and there aren't many that drive. I don't drive that often. It means that we can't rank up enough to get the maps to drive, which means when I'm streaming it, I end up doing the same maps over and over again, which becomes sort of less interesting for me, although there are some really good maps out there. It also means that from a streaming point of view, from a watching point of view, there are less maps for you to see and for you to watch. So I've sort of been pulling it back off the schedule a little tiny bit. Maybe one day it'll return. Maybe one day it won't. I just think there's going to be so much more stuff in the future that maybe, I don't know, maybe my time has come with Omsi. It's certainly I'm not going to say it's not as enjoyable for me as it used to be, but I don't know. I think I've got some decisions to make as to whether, I don't know, whether I just pull it off the channel for a while and hopefully it resparks my interest in it again, and replace it with something else, or whether it is time for me to call it a day with Omsi. You know, there's so much more content out there. There's so many more things that I think I enjoy more than this. That I think maybe, you know, after 6 years plus of putting out, you know, regular Omsi content, it could be time to end. It could be time to, you know, call it a day. It's something I've been thinking about for a while. It's something I've certainly done on the channel a few times, where I've said, yes, my last ever Omsi stream, it's my last ever Omsi video. And, you know, I think there's, from a viewing point of view, and not that I've ever looked at the YouTube content from this aspect, but from a viewing point of view, Omsi just isn't popular from my content. So whether I replace it and put out something that both I enjoy doing more and that you may enjoy watching more, I think makes more sense. There are certainly other things from a live streaming point of view that I'm enjoying, and there are certainly other games that I really want to spend more time doing, from a streaming point of view, or as a time spent recording content point of view, that I think can be better suited. So I think I've almost convinced myself that maybe it's time. Maybe it is time to call it a day. To hang up my Omsi driver's hat and pass the baton, as it were. You know, I've been doing this for 6 years. This is what sort of started to build the YouTube channel, and I've enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it more when there was more new stuff to me, when everything that I did was fresh. So, you know, when I was driving maps for the first time, when I was driving different buses for the first time, it was new. It was, oh wow, this is so good, and this is you know, brilliant. Oh, new bus, new map, let's do some new routes. But although there have been bits of new content coming, nothing has really excited me. You know, new buses used to come out and I would, you know, look forward to creating content on them. New maps would come out and be like, right, I'll do some content on them. The last couple of years, that's just not been the case. So I think it might be that it's probably best that I just take a step back. That maybe this is the end. Maybe this is a quite fitting way to end Omsi, with a starting the day, starting a new journey for others. So as a driver, you know, it's like retiring, and the last journey you do as a driver would normally be ending a route and taking a bus back to the depot for the last time. For me, it's the reverse. It's taking a bus out on its first trip of the day, taking it to its start point, and getting it ready for the next driver, for the next person to carry on and to take it over. And I step off the bus and walk away. So maybe it is. Maybe it's time. I've been enjoying so much other content, as I said, that I think the time that I spend in this, for me, isn't as enjoyable. And you know, when you get to a point where you're not enjoying something, it comes across in content that I'm creating because I haven't got that enthusiasm for it, and it means then that I don't want to do it. It means that it does fall off the schedule, and that then has an impact on not only me but also people that have been in the live streams with me as well, doing stuff from the bus company. You know, if I'm not enthusiastic about doing it, then they're not going to be as enthusiastic about doing it and driving. So I think in order for other people to either then make their minds up as to whether they want to carry on or not, I think I have to be the one that makes the decision to pull the plug. And I think I've almost, just by talking throughout doing this, I think I've made that decision. So I think it's going to be in a journey without any fanfare, in something that I hadn't planned, and in a way that I didn't want to end doing something, and no one, you know, likes things to come to an end. But I think it's probably best for me, because you can see other content from me, you can see other things that I enjoy doing more, you can see new things, you can see a new adventure, a new story. There are different genres of gaming that I want to do, that there aren't spaces available on YouTube without me overcrowding with content, that I need that room. And of all the things that I do on YouTube, I think this is the one where I just think it's time to remove it and move on. So yeah, I've repeated myself quite a bit during these ramblings, but yeah, I think it's time. I definitely think it's time. I certainly need, as a person, to be doing things that I enjoy. On a personal level, as someone that's battled with and still battles with depression, as I do, doing something that you're not going to enjoy doesn't help. Doing something that you will enjoy will help. And, you know, as I said earlier, not enjoying doing this means that it becomes more of a, not a chore, but more of a struggle to want to do it. And it's to the point now where I feel as though I have to do it. If it's not been a live stream I can put on YouTube, I feel as though I have to record a video for Omsi, and I don't want that to be a thing. And I think that's just only going to continue if I continue with this. And I don't want to say that I'm gonna, you know, take a break, there'll be a regular Omsi video, you know, in a month's time, in a fortnight's time, you know, we'll come back to it. I'll come back in a couple of months' time. I think I need to end the chapter and move on. So apologies for those of you that, you know, do enjoy the Omsi content. For those of you that may have been around a lot of years and are here because of the Omsi content, there are plenty of videos to go back and watch. You know, there will be other things. Transportation sim stuff isn't going away. There'll be other things that I will do, and hopefully you'll stick with me. Hopefully you'll stick around and continue to enjoy the content that I've got coming. Yeah, I think it's time. It's time to end. It's time to put this chapter of whatever this adventure on YouTube has been. I think it's time to close the book and move on to something else by running a red light at the very end. I think it seems quite a fitting way to do that, doesn't it? So we will pull over. To where this bus is going to start its day. This bus is going to start its adventure. We actually did quite well for the bus company there. 6 seconds, look at that. That's a way to end. With passengers getting on.
Hallo.
Guten Tag.
Morgen.
Morgen.
So there we go. With passengers getting on my bus, it's time for me to get off it. Thank you very, very much for all your support over the years with the Omsi adventure. It has been enjoyable. I've really, really loved spending time in Omsi, and it certainly is the one and only decent bus sim out there. But for me, it's time to hang up my hat. Until the next time, if you have been, thanks very, very much for watching.